Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today in this video we will learn about how to set up exchange rate services in Business Central. So as you can see I have opened up one sandbox environment and let me go to the currencies page. So as you can see from here into this, first of all I'm actually running the Australian localization. So all the currencies which you are seeing here are treating as a foreign currency, and Australian currency would be our local currency in this case. And if you see here, any of these currency, if we pick up and click on this exchange rate, you can see here that this is the foreign currency. This relation currency, if it is blank, that means it denotes to the local currency, which is Australian currency in our case. Then the exchange rate amount, which will be 100, which means that how much, 100 uh, Arab Emirates would be equal to Australian dollar, right? So this denotes 68 Australian dollar and 100 Arab Emirates currency. So that is how it compares, and then when you create transactions in the system, post transactions in the system, it will calculate the amount based on this setup. Okay. Now, but the right now the date is set up as 1 January 2024. Now let's say I want to set it up for all the currencies, and for as for like today, or I just want to update the rates on daily basis. Then there are certain services available which we can use, and then we can click on this exchange rate service and set up that exchange rate service section here. Once we manage to set up this service, then we just have to click one button which will check all your current currencies set up here and update the exchange rate for the today's date accordingly in the exchange rate table. So this is one of the service which I have come across. This is called float rates, and it provides this URL which then gives you the rate as per your whichever currency you want to set up. So currently this is, you can see that it is showing me the rates as per one Indian national rupee, right? But I want it for Australian dollar. So what I can do, I can just change the URL to AUD, and then when you press enter, you will see that it is giving me the information as per 1 Australian dollar. So that means all these rates which you are seeing here is as per 1 Australian dollar, right? So what we need is that I can basically copy this URL, and I can go back to my currency page and click on this exchange rate services. And now you can see this is currently showing blank, and what I can do, I can click on new and set up my service, which is, in our case, it is called float rates, and setting up Australian uh, exchange rates service. Alright, in the service URL we can pass this URL which I copied, right? If you want to set up for another currency, you can simply type the country abbreviation here, and then it will give you the data as per your currency. But one thing is, guys, this service I'm using only in the sandbox environment. I am not recommending this to the production environment. So if you want to set it up for the production environment, I suggest you to search for the genuine ones, or like which you can take the subscription service of it, and then you can utilize this whole I'm doing only for the sandbox thing. Okay, float rates, and then if you open this up, you can see here this field mapping section, which means that I have to whatever the fields data this XML will give me, I have to map that with the standard or like business central fields, right? So for example, it has now four columns. First is the caption, which is showing me the fields of my business central fields. This source means I have to set up the fields coming from my XML, coming from this service, and map it up accordingly. Default value means that if you want to set up any particular default value for any of these fields, you can mention it here that I don't want to get any value from this service, but I want to set up my default value. Transformation rule, I will explain you when we will set up this. So first thing is parent node for currency code. In our case, if you click on this, you can see here that it is now giving me the information based on what I am getting from the service itself. Okay, so now let's see here that base currency is Australian dollar, right? So I will select this. Let me select this, and this will be my base currency. Now this currency code, which is actually denoting the all the foreign currency which you set up in your currency table. So I can just click on it, and then what I can do, I can search for this target currency field. I can select this up, and now it will be showing me like a comparison between base currency and the target currency, and that is how I am mapping these fields accordingly in the system. Starting date means uh, as you want, because you're setting up a service, so you want it to run every day, so you want that every daily rates should be get registered into my system. So in this case, starting date field will be mapped with this field called publishing date. But you can see here the date which I'm getting from the service is something like this: Wednesday 20 May, and like this. So if I select this up, then I will not be able to correctly input the same data which I'm getting from the service into this field, right? Because this field only takes the date itself. So for this, I will use the transformation rule. Transformation rule is like by default you get certain setups in the base itself, which means that you will pass this value. Okay, let me again show you. For example, this is the publishing date, right? I'll copy this, and let's open the transformation rule. So there are certain transformation rules available, and uh, let's say I'll select this because it is mentioning here US date format, and I need the date itself only. So if I go on to view, so this is nothing but basically you can set up your own transformation rule where you will write code which will take your source string and convert it into your target string, right? So if for example it has given us the like you can pass your string here, and you can test it that how this code unit is performing, how your code is performing. So for example, let me type here that this is my source string, and I want to see whether this will give me the right results or not. So I'll click on update, and you can see that it is taking this value and giving me this particular date, so which is very much fine. I need this only. So this transformation rule is good enough for me. In case you will not find any existing transformation rule manage to do what you need, then you can create your own transformation rule and add your own code unit and write code for that desired value which you want to get it from the source. So this is now I can use, so I will use this US date format and use this into this column. Okay, exchange rate amount, as I showed you in the setup itself, it is basically the value which uh, my foreign currency column will hold. Like how much, in case let's say one foreign currency is equivalent to Australian dollar, or 100 in the case. But one is fine, so let's go with one here. And relational exchange rate amount is that what exactly the Australian dollar amount will be against that. So you can see here that one Canadian dollar is equal to 1.020. So which means this is the Australian value and this is the Canadian or foreign currency, because we have, if you have set up multiple foreign currency, then accordingly you have to it will show you the different value. But I am interested in my local currency value because I want to map it with this relational exchange rate amount field, which shows the value of the local currency. So I will select this column, click on OK. So now I managed to map every field of my base table with the field available from the service itself, and set up the default value, set up the transformation rule itself. Now I can enable this service. When you enable this, what it will do, it will create a job queue entry for daily update of exchange rate, right? I can click on yes, and it will open the job queue card as well for you, which is showing ready, and you can see it is set up that it should run on daily basis, because currency rates are something which fluctuates very heavily every day. So that means if you want to go up and update every day, then you must run this job queue every day. Otherwise, if you want to make some changes, you can disable certain days. It is as per your need. Okay, let's go back here. Now my service is enabled. Now just for testing, if I want, I can click on preview, which will now show me the data as per my current setup date, right? So you can see here it is giving me the date as per 20th May 2026, that how much one Canadian dollar is equivalent to Australian dollars, right? So now let's go back, and this is enabled. So what I can do here, that it is right now, you can see everything is set up as 1 January 2024. So I can click on this update exchange rate button, and now it will update everything. Okay, it's first of all let me refresh. Let me do one thing, select more, select exchange rate service, update exchange rates. It looks like it's not updating every currency. Let me go back here. Yes, it is not updating. Let's say I'll click one by one, update exchange rates. It is not updating. There means something I'm missing. Okay, let's do one thing. Let me go back to the service again and click on it. When we click on, let me click on edit and enable this. Basically, when we click on preview, then it should ideally show all the currencies, and it is not showing at the moment. So we can see here that the fields which I have set up, and let me disable it first. Click on it, and here the problem which I think I was making is that I have selected the base currency from the header part, right? Whereas I have to select at item level, because at the item level only it will be traversing one by one. So it also has the base currency, so I will select this, and now you can see that it is also set as channel item base currency, channel item target currency, channel item publish date, channel item inverse rate. Right, now let me enable this, and let me go back, and now if I click on preview, you can see here clearly that it is showing me the rates of every currency, right, with respect to the exchange rate amount set as 1 and what is the Australian dollar is performing against $1 of the foreign currency, right. So let me go back, and this time if you can see here that everything is set up as 2024 only. Now if I click on update exchange rates, and you can see that it has updated almost all the data with respect to the 20th of May. Some entries are basically not gets updated, for example HRK and BGN. So for example we can see here uh, if those are the part of this XML or not, which I think they are not, right. So because those two currencies are not a part of this float rates daily conversion rates based on one Australian dollar, so that is why these are not get updated. Okay, so I hope you now manage to understand the concept of how to set up the exchange rate services and how to basically update your foreign currency rates on the daily basis in the system. So that is how we can play with this uh, job queue or this service setup in the business center. I hope you like this video. In case you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.